Hello there and welcome to video number 9. This is the video on the 4 operations with negative numbers and the first video that I have included a webcam on. Hello, this is me. I've put the keywords in this video as operations and negatives, and I've written a method again. Now the method for this one is slightly confusing to understand maybe at the beginning, because you've got a rule that you can follow for positive and negative numbers here. And it's slightly different for when you add and subtract to when you multiply and divide. And basically it's about if the signs are stuck together in the world of adding and subtracting, that's when it makes a difference. So if you've got two positives stuck together, which you will never see, but if you do see two positives stuck together, it will make a positive, which means you have to add the numbers together. If you've got a positive and a negative, or a negative and a positive, you will take away one number from the other number. And then if you've got two negative symbols stuck together, it will make a positive symbol, which will be an add. And if you're multiplying and dividing, it's all about the outcome, the result of the calculation that you're doing. So two positive numbers will give you a positive answer. If you've got one positive, one negative, you're going to get a negative answer. And if you've got two negatives, you're going to get a positive answer as well. So it's easier to understand through examples. So I will give you an example. Or three. The first example is adding and subtracting. So we've got 3 plus a negative 4, or 3 plus minus 4. It doesn't matter how you say this, particularly they all mean the same thing. So if we circle these two operations, the positive and the negative stuck together means we're going to be taking away. So we've got 3 take away 4. If you take away 4 from 3, you're going to get 2 minus 1. In question B, we've got 500 and two negatives stuck together. So two negatives stuck together makes a positive. We are following our rules. And 500 plus 100 is 600. And in C, we've got minus 4,000. We're going to add 1,000. If we add 1,000 to minus 4,000, we're getting closer to 0. Thinking about that number line. Very big number line we'd have to draw there, but we're not going to. And yeah, you get to minus 3,000 with that. So we're getting closer to 0. Still a long way away, but you hopefully understand what I'm talking about there. Now in question 2, we've got to deal with multiplying and dividing. So we're going to use the rule again, but you're going to use it slightly differently. We've got one positive number and one negative number in the first question. We've got 2 times by minus 3. That's going to give us a negative result, or minus 6. Okay, because we know 2 times 3 is 6, and we know that one of the numbers is negative, so we're going to get a negative answer. In question B, we've got minus 90 divided by 10, and if you've got a minus 90 or a negative 90, we're going to have, and the other number is positive, going to have a negative answer, and 90 divided by 10 is 9. And then in question C, we've got 2 negatives. So 1 negative, 2 negatives. If you've got 2 negatives, it's going to make a positive answer. And all we then have to worry about is doing the calculation. 10 multiplied by 5 is 50. Okay, so I'm just going to move myself over to the other side of the screen here, so you can see question 3. And I've got kind of a contextual example. It's a slightly more complicated problem where we have to use this understanding to get the question right. So in question 3, we've got Gary, and Gary has got 7 cards to choose from on these lovely pink cards here. He's got 7 different numbers. He needs to, in the first question, choose 2 cards that make the largest possible answer to this calculation. Now, if you've been listening to the things that I've been saying in this video, you will know that if you have 2 negative symbols stuck together, and we've got one negative here in between these 2 spaces for the cards, 2 negatives will make an add. Okay, so if we choose the largest negative number there, or technically the smallest number, we can pop that in there. Now that would be minus 11. Okay, and then all we've got to choose is the largest positive number, which will be 9, to pop there. Okay, now that turns into 9 plus 11. Okay, and if I can just circle that without that thing popping up, there we go. 9 plus 11 is 20. All right, and in question B, we've got to choose 2 cards to make the following correct. We've got to make the number 44, and we've got to multiply 2 numbers together. Now if we do that, we can look through the positive numbers, and there's no 2 positive numbers that multiply together to make 44. You kind of should be thinking, I know that 4 times by 11 makes 44. Well, we've got a negative 11 and a negative 4, and if we choose those, we can put them in either order, it doesn't matter. and that will make a positive answer because we've got two negatives multiplied together to make a positive answer. So that's us using our understanding of this skill to get these sorts of questions right. Now please do click in the description section the link that I've put in there to an activity that's very similar to this. Like and subscribe to videos. No, like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, watch the rest, because there's going to be plenty there for you to use to get better at maths. And if you do it on a regular basis, you will get better at maths. All right. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers then. Bye.